On Monday, students in the Boise School District are going to head back to school. And 2 weeks from today, the state's largest school district will begin another school year as well. The second such start in the throes of a pandemic, which has and will continue to lead to COVID conversations on a wide variety of topics. At this point, much like we saw most of last year, it's about masks in schools. Depending on where you live in the Valley or even just Ada County, mask guidance between school districts, it varies from requirements to recommendations. Boise School District, masks required indoors. West Ada, masks not required, but optional for students and staff. For those in that district not comfortable with that optional option, West Ada is proposing an alternative, and they sent out a survey to gauge interest in that. However, some parents believe that alternative option reads more like a punishment for wanting to follow CDC guidelines.
Idaho's largest school district is 2 weeks away from kicking off the new school year, and students in the West Ada School District will not be required, only encouraged to wear a mask as part of the district's COVID protocols. Some parents are now speaking out, saying that they think it's simply the wrong move.
It just feels like West Ada School District is going out of their way to not do the right thing.
Justin Zanelli has 2 students in the West Ada School District. He says he's frustrated with the mask decision made by West Ada after Central District Health, the CDC, and the American Academy of Pediatrics recommended that students and staff wear masks while inside school buildings, whether they're vaccinated or not. As it stands, it will be up to each individual student to decide.
To put this choice on the children, it really blows my mind, because that should be our job as parents, as administrators, as teachers, is to take these choices away from them, help them out, make the right choices for them. That's our job.
West Ada sent a survey to families to gauge interest in an alternative plan for families who may prefer required masks. The proposal in the survey includes the idea of student placement in a West Ada staff-supervised classroom where masks are required, and instruction would likely be taught through Virtual Schoolhouse. That's the program launched last year for virtual learning. Now, those supervised classrooms would follow the West Ada bell schedules, but would not be at every school site in the district. Parents would need to provide transportation to and from school. Bus service would not be available.
They're getting the same level of education that Virtual Schoolhouse offers, opposed to the in-school option that they've enjoyed their entire lives. It just seems like these children and these families are being punished for trying to follow the advice of the smartest doctors in the world. And that doesn't make sense to me.
In contrast, there are West Ada parents who've spoken out in recent weeks supporting the district's COVID plan. That includes, again, optional masks, as well as physical distancing as much as possible, increased sanitation measures, and frequent hand washing. Dozens of parents posted their feedback on westadaparents.com. For example, Cindy commented, quote, "Thank you for letting students have a choice. Please keep it that way." Jill wrote, "Thanks for giving us the choice to do what's best for our children. Everyone responds differently, and every home has unique experiences that help them determine what works best." With 2 weeks until school begins, is it possible that COVID protocols change again for West Ada? A district spokesperson tells me, quote, "We are looking at all indicators on a daily basis. We have learned that making predictions is very difficult during these challenging times. We are committed to having in-person learning 5 days per week in a safe learning environment." Parents like Zanelli say they hope West Ada will change course and require masks until the COVID conditions change.
It just feels like we're missing a layup. This is a layup opportunity for our children to be able to enjoy the education that these teachers have worked so hard to provide. And we're just blowing the layup. It's right here. We have advice from the best people in the world, and we're seemingly ignoring it.
All right, Joe, as you showed, there's a large contingent that is in favor of the way West Ada is doing it. But you were able to ask the district some questions today, a lot of specific questions that people had going into the school year.
Yeah, specifically about that learning plan, which I should clarify, this alternative learning plan would be for students pre-K to 6th grade. So they would be the one that is being considered for this alternative learning plan. But I did send some emails off between the district and I. They weren't available for an on-camera interview. I asked them, according to what parents had said to me, they said the latest guidance from the CDC recommends that students and staff wear masks while inside school buildings, whether they're vaccinated or not. The question being from parents, is there an explanation as to why West Ada isn't following that recommendation? Well, West Ada explains to me, we are following that. We too are recommending masks being worn. So that was one question. A second question from parents that we were able to ask the district: how does West Ada view comments from parents that the proposed alternative set up for families that want masks required is unfair and sends the wrong message to parents, quote, trying to do the right thing? School district said, quote, "We value the input from all of our stakeholders. We also recognize that parents have a variety of options within our district to meet their educational and safety needs. We will continue to look at all options as we continue to implement safe learning environments and be empathetic to individual family needs." Brian, some advice that I've received from school administrators from multiple districts really over the last year and a half is, if you have a situation that you're worried about, you and your family are worried about, reach out to your school, reach out to your school district. They do want to work with families. They want to make sure that students are in the classroom or learning in a way that they're able to understand the material. It was a challenging last year and a half, and they're hoping that this year goes a lot better.
Yeah, words and semantics matter. The recommendations versus required, should, could be, all that kind of stuff. All right, Joe, thank you very much. All that leads up to this. What are the other school districts doing in terms of masks? As we mentioned, Boise, as of today, is the lone local public school district requiring them. The district board of trustees voted last week to require face masks for all students, vaccinated or not, at least for the start of the school year. All others, including West Ada, Cuna, Caldwell, Nampa, Middleton, Valley View, Emmett, Mountain Home, Fruitland, Weiser, and Twin Falls, they're either recommending or encouraging students and staff to use them if they so choose. It's just short, that is, just short, like everything else with West Ada as well, just short of what the CDC and Idaho's Central District Health are recommending, that everyone should wear masks at schools. Should is not a must, however. Other learning institutions in Idaho, this of the higher variety, are following the recommendations and requiring masks. So they're going more for the should angle. Boise State, the University of Idaho, and Idaho State University, they'll also be requiring masks indoors and in crowded outdoor areas. And that includes football games for the foreseeable future.